got it all wrong. Just don't. Why are we filming this? Let's just turn off the cameras. Forget it. Next week. Come on.
Theo, you actually had quite a good week.
I did.
You did.
Let's get into it then.
All right, let's start off with Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Theo, and the game started so well for Spurs.
Sorry, no, wait. Is that my prediction or the result?
It's both, Theo.
Oh,
come on.
it
you want
is,
me
isn't
to
it?
say that, don't you?
Yeah, I got that right. Spot on.
Well, let's go back to the start of the game, Theo, because it started so well for Spurs and Brennan Johnson, the first goal for the club.
Yeah.
The next 80 minutes, Theo, I thought were Wolves being wasteful.
Listen,
I just thought it's one of those games where Wolves don't score.
It's typical Spurs, isn't it? It's Spursy, back to their usual self, and they blew it. And I knew they would blow it because Wolves are very good at home. Unbeaten in 3, Gary O'Neill, Bolton legend, love the guy. I knew they'd graft out a result, and they did.
The difference, Theo, was Pablo Sarabia. Now, his stats are amazing.
Yeah.
12 minutes, 7 touches,
off the
1
bench.
goal, 1 assist, 1 key pass, 1 big chance created. In 12 minutes, he was the man of the match. Manchester United 1, Luton Town 0, Theo. I said United would win by a 1-goal margin. So did Ivan. You said it'd be a 2-goal margin. Chance, if you watch the highlights, the likes of Højlund and Garnacho and Rashford missed some really easy chances.
All I'll say is it's not good when a football club have to rely on moments to win football matches. When Lindelof is the only goal scorer, alarm bells should be ringing. I know they won and the press won't be aiming at Ten Hag over this international break. He's got a bit of time off there to get things right, but we can't be looking at the easiest fixture list in the whole Premier League calendar and saying that a 1-0 victory is great. It's
Theo,
not.
who is the team in the league with the best form over the last 5 games?
I don't know.
Manchester
No, it's not
United with
Manchester.
12 points. It is Manchester United. They have got the best form in the league. Now, I
What?
know they only beat Luton
that's
1-0.
not true.
It is true, Theo. Sometimes you've got to win dirty. Now, I do take your point. You look at Liverpool, they won 3-0 against Brentford. You should be beating Luton and scoring 3 or 4, but 3 points is 3 points.
Man United, they still got the 3 points, and Ten Hag will live to fight another day.
Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. I said it would be a 2-goal margin. You and Ivan thought it would be 3-0, so we were all fairly close there. But Burnley, fairness to them, for half the game, they were level.
Vincent Kompany needed a result to save his season, really. He could be gone at any point. James Trafford as well had he's been coming up against great teams, I know, but he needed something. There was a game, and I just had a feeling at the Emirates we might have seen an upset, but we can't ignore the past. They've now gone 38 games in a row, Arsenal at home, without dropping any points to newly promoted sides.
In terms of creativity, it was all about Trossard, but there's a guy I want to talk about, and his name is Alexander Zinchenko, Theo.
Yes, brilliant
because
volley.
he was superb. Now, he got the goal, but not only that, Theo, he had 8 aerial duels, he won 7 of them. He had 8 ground duels, he won 7 of them. I think he had 117 touches. He was so involved in the game.
And that was the 1,000th goal at Emirates Stadium. So, cool stat to break, isn't it?
Crystal Palace 2, Everton 3, Theo. Now, I think Crystal Palace, they had more touches, more possession, more shots.
Yes.
But they were less clinical on the day.
Yeah, you know what? Comment if Thogdad's a mug. I said Mikolenko would be the best player in this game, and he dropped a masterclass.
I think a lot of people who saw that game would say Jefferson Lerma. Now, I know he was on the wrong side.
What?
He was the standout player.
No. The Palace standout player was Eze. He deserved 2 penalties from how he ran past players. Dad, have you watched the game? Do you know ball at all? Anyway, it was a 5-goal thriller after all, and I was far from it in my prediction, which was 1-1.
Yeah.
So I can't say too much. But Daishi, it's just another masterclass in London, isn't it?
Theo, I've just got to hold my hands up and say that I underestimated Everton. They've got 10 points in the last 5 games. It looks like they're not going to be in the relegation fight. And just remember how bad they were last season.
As long as they don't get a 12-point deduction, the Toffees are staying up.
AFC Bournemouth 2, Newcastle United 0. Nobody saw
predicted
that
Nobody
coming,
saw
did
that.
they?
I didn't see that. My nan didn't predict that. I genuinely was on the phone to my nan, and she said, I don't see Bournemouth beating Newcastle. Actually, I'm not just saying that.
Was that Granny Chris or
yes,
Granny Natasha?
Granny Chris.
Okay. But Dominic Solanke, masterclass, Theo.
Yeah.
2
So
goals.
good.
That's what it's all about.
I know,
as a
that's
striker.
why he's in my FPL team.
No,
on
he's
the
not.
bench.
No.
13 points.
The only positive from Newcastle United, Nick Pope, Theo. 8
Yeah, he was
saves.
good. He made a lot of
very,
saves. Trippier went over to the fans. We're seeing an increase of the captains going over to the fans and speaking to them face to face. They don't need to do it, by the way. That's a message to all the players who play football from the top tier to the lowest level, right? Do you understand that Newcastle a few years back were in the Championship with a manager who played anti-football and an owner who didn't put in money?
Yeah.
Now you're playing Champions League nights. So to any Newcastle fans, creating a toxic relationship around your club is not a good idea. I've seen it. I've been there. Don't do it. What happens to Newcastle now? International break. Are they going to get their act together in 2 weeks' time?
Yes, they're still a very good football team, Theo. They are immense at home. And this is the problem with them and Aston Villa. Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. And I'll say straight away, you got it right.
Oh, yeah.
And Ivan, the manager of Kerala Blasters, also got it right.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
John McGinn did that celebration. What a guy.
I want to talk a little bit more about John McGinn, Theo, because he is underrated. I thought he was superb. He had 22 ground duels, Theo, and he won 15 of them. So he's going into a tackle. He's going to win it 2 out of 3 times. He had 9 dribbles and 7 of them were successful. He got his goal. He was just the best player on the pitch.
Musa Diaby got a goal, and then it turned out to be an Anthony Robinson own goal.
Yes.
That was annoying for my FPL. Who I really want to praise from this game is Unai Emery. Yeah. That is what you call good home form, Manchester United fans.
Well, the thing about Aston Villa, Theo, they are 3 points behind Manchester City after a third of the season. That is absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's the Premier League standings now. Put it on screencast, because it's just like 1 point off each other in the Premier League title race. It's all up for grabs. We're going to talk about
Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Sheffield United 1, and we predicted it would be 11-2 between the 3 of us, Theo. So it started so well for Brighton. That Adringa goal was superb, wasn't it? But Adam Webster own goal later on, Theo.
Yeah, I guess you could say Brighton got caught in their own web.
You could say that, but it would be a little bit crap. Talk to me about Brighton, because they are winless in 6 games.
Thank you, Flash Score, by the way. Their reports are brilliant. Brighton are now 6 matches without a Premier League win, as you said, Thogdad. De Zerbi saw his first red card in his 14-month tenure at the Amex. Brighton have a real problem, don't they, Dad? European distraction, tiredness from travelling. They've been to Amsterdam, and everyone comes back from Amsterdam tired. It
is, Theo, but a little bit of respect to Sheffield United, because they've now got 4 points in 2 games. And it's looking like 3 from 4 going down, isn't it, Theo?
For Paul Heckingbottom, an incredible point away from home.
Yes.
And something to build on.
West Ham United 3, Nottingham Forest 2, and I watched all of this, and I thought this was a fabulous game of football, Theo. I thought it would be a draw. It was nearly a draw. You and Ivan both thought it'd be a home win, but respect to West Ham.
A Czech lad with a stooping header, Thomas Souček. When it matters, he can come up with some bullet headers, and he did it when it needed.
He's been doing it for years, Theo, but Bowen, how did he get a header? He's one of the shortest guys on the pitch.
Sometimes being short for headers help you.
Yeah.
You get under people.
James Ward-Prowse, who got 2 assists, Theo.
Absolutely.
2 big chances created, 5 key passes. He was involved in everything.
And I think Ward-Prowse needed a big game. He's been a few where he's been quiet, and look, if you look at their form, it's hard to say anybody's been great. Hammer's now climbed to a comfortable 9th place. Forest still far from the relegation zone. A good win, but great game.
Liverpool 3, Brentford 0, Theo. But this was a game with 33 shots. 17 to Liverpool, 16 to Brentford. And early on, Brentford was so wasteful.
Well, they must have been wasteful, because a certain man near the G-Tech once told us that Brentford would sneak something out of this game. And they didn't. It was a 3-0-age. Brentford came there with a fully fit squad, and they got battered. And do you know what, Dad? After that Luton result, people were hating at Mo Salah. Well, he found his mojo back, didn't he? With a brace. FPL captain, bring me the points. And Simicast, 45 points from the Liverpool boys. Thank you.
Flecken in goal for Brentford. He made 8 saves. It could have been a lot worse than 3-0. And last but not least, Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4. I repeat, Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4. 32 shots in the game, Theo. 19 on target. And all I can say, this is one of the best games of Premier League football I have ever seen. I thought the quality in this game... Oh, sorry.
It's so good that it's making Thogdad ill. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Thogdad.
I thought the quality in that game was astonishing, Theo.
It was. 8 goals, and I went off to Sweden, and yes, I saw scraps and a pitch invasion, and oh yeah, go watch the video, by the way, it's incredible. And someone win the league. But you cannot compare to what we saw on the pitch to Chelsea Man City. Haaland scored an early goal, Chelsea brought it back to make it 2-1, and at that point, I can give you a fact. They've gone 6 matches head-to-head against Man City, the Blues, without scoring against them.
I know.
It's been since Porto 2021 Champions League final. When I was there, I brought the luck. And that was the last time they scored. And then they did it at home. It's just, this is a different team, a different vibe under Pochettino. They're just going for games.
And you've got young Palmer against his old club.
But he didn't celebrate when he scored. He was the winner.
He did the kind of that.
I feel like Cole Palmer is so ready to be the limelight, be the face of England and English football. And he just does perform too.
Theo, it was Chelsea 3, Man City 4. Chelsea got a penalty. And who picks up the ball and puts it on the spot? One of the youngest guys on the field.
That's ridiculous.
I thought that took amazing courage and maturity, yes.
What an amazing match to wrap up before an international break.
Yeah. One of the best games in the history of the Premier League. I think most people would say when Man City won the league that time with that late Aguero goal, that for me is the number 1 game. game.
Comment down below if you really thought this game would be as nutty as it is, because I never thought Chelsea would score back-to-back 4 goals, especially against that City team. But look, it's mad. Thank you for watching this video. Can we get 10k likes? We'll do more reactions. Would you like to see me and Thogdad sitting down for more videos like this over the next 2 weeks? Because we can do that.
We can do that, can't we?
Yeah,
let's
should
do
be a
it.
good one. Have a great evening and all the best.